everybody, I'm Suzanne Morgan. Welcome. Today I've got a few tips for Down Dog, the classic yoga pose. They say if you only do a few yoga poses, Down Dog would be one of those to do because of the breadth of benefits that you get from doing Down Dog. But before we start the Down Dog variations, have you ever been in a meeting or just been in traffic where somebody's angry and you get this energy coming at you that's a bit negative? Let me give you a quick tip on how to release some of that energy. I was in one of those meetings today. And so this is a Hasta Mudra that releases anything that you no longer need. What you do is you take the tips of the index finger together and curl the other fingers around. And the thumbs rest in the hollow of the opposite hand, and the hands are a little bit open. Importantly, you point the fingers down towards the earth. That grounds the energy down, so whatever you're releasing goes safely into the earth. And then go ahead and close your eyes. And take a few deep breaths, inhaling. And with each exhale, set an intention to release what you no longer need in your life. Deep inhales in. As you exhale, exhale the breath out completely. And keep going, maybe for about 5 more breaths. You can release anything that you no longer need, whether that's pain in the body, if that's somebody else's negative energy, if that's a relationship that you no longer need. Whatever it is, set the intention. And with the exhale, visualize releasing that from your life, easily and completely. When you're done, go ahead and let the palms turn up to the sky, allowing for new energy to come into the body, new prana. And then after your next exhale, full exhale out, you can go ahead and open up the eyes. And so that works like magic. That's a great Hasta Mudra that you can do to release whatever you no longer need in your life. It's important, after you do about 10 to 20 breaths, is to open up the palms. If you hold this hand posture for too long, it can actually drain some of the energy out of the body. So we want to just release what we no longer need and then fill up the body with new energy. Let's go ahead and get started on Down Dog. The way that I teach Down Dog is teaching that the fingertips reach all the way to the edges of the mat. And so spread the fingers super wide, look down at the fingers, and look at the negative space, as people would say in the art world, in between the fingers. And they can be shaped like pieces of pie. The broader that you can get the hands, the more the weight goes into the back body, making it easier to hold this pose and less intense for the wrist and the shoulders. Then go ahead and tuck the back toes under. The feet are about hip-width distance apart, and lift the hips up and back for Down Dog. Release the head between the hands. And breathe now into the back body, a couple breaths, right into the back body. And then as you're ready, go ahead and gently release the knees down and you can come down. So for people that are new to yoga, or if you have any physical injuries or any physical issues that you need to take care of, simply coming in and out of this pose is perfectly fine. So you can inhale up and hold for a breath or two, working towards super straight arms. The shoulders run down the back, and then gently release it down. Take the weight back, and go back and forth like this. If you're a more advanced practitioner, then you can time your down dogs. So stay in it for 1 minute, stay in it for 2 minutes, stay in it for 3 minutes. Breathing deeply without causing stress. There can be challenge in the body, but without causing distress in the body, mind, or spirit. Another technique I like to work with down dog is to take the heels against the wall. And so the heels don't have to go all the way down to the floor. They can be on the floorboard, and depending on the shape of your legs and the strength and length of your hamstrings will depend on where exactly the heels fall. So your heels may reach all the way down to the floor, or they may be up a little bit. So you can kind of play around with that a little bit. And so you can place the heels and then extend the arms out a little bit, still reaching those hands. A nice long line from the fingertips on out through the hips. Relax the eyes. And so you put some weight into the heels, and the weight into the heels helps really ground that pose more and can help you get more stability in the pose and more strength in the pose. So you can try working with the heels against the wall, and again, if you're more advanced, you can try holding that for 1 minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes. If you're brand new, just touch the heels, do your down dog, come down and rest, go back into it. Another variation that I really like for down dog is, again, starting with the hands super wide, spread those fingers super wide, and lift the hips up and back, working towards straightening the legs, but more importantly, nice long line from the fingertips on out through the hips. And now walk the feet so that they go all the way wide onto the mat. So the edges of the feet touch the edges of the mat, and you step the feet up maybe about 6 inches, 3 to 6 inches. And then go ahead and take one hand and reach for the opposite leg. It can be anywhere. It can be reaching for the hip, down by the ankle, twist and turn. Allow that to bring you into a twist, and then go ahead and change sides. Deep breath. Walk the feet back, and then touch the knees down and gently release it back. Another variation that you can try in down dog is three-legged dog with the foot on the wall. And so take that foot up, and you can press the foot that's up into the wall. And that hip point can start facing down. And then if you'd like, you can even turn and open that up. And so you use a little bit of the strength and the momentum from pushing off the wall to help bring you into the pose. And change sides. So you get a really intense stretch in the backs of the legs. The standing leg, the heel will probably drop a little bit lower. Adding a twist by opening up the hip, and then pointing it down. Touch the toes down. Release the knees, and come back. Enjoy this beautiful day. Namaste.